Hi, Miss Monson's class. My name is Kiara, and my story title is The Tooth Fairy. And this is the story. So says, The Tooth Fairy. What does the Tooth Fairy do with all your teeth? Eat them. Dress the teeth up. Maybe she wears them. Puts them in her mouth for her teeth. Makes them pearls. Maybe. I don't know. No, makes them back. Something like that. And then this is my story. This is my cover. And my story is called The Tooth Fairy 2. So, once upon a time, there lived a little girl named Rosie. She was 5 years old. She had short brown hair. She had short brown curly hair and green eyes. Rosie's favorite color is pink, and her favorite item to wear is a tutu. Her room is decorated with the color pink and has dancing ballerinas on the walls. Rosie's dream is that when she grows up, she wants to become a ballerina. The little girl, Rosie, lived there with her older brother, Danny. Danny also has green eyes and brown curly hair. He is 7 years old. Danny's favorite color is green because he says it matches the color of his eyes. His favorite thing to do is drive his toy car around the house. He loves to wear cars, t-shirts, and has to be wearing matching socks at all times. The two kids live with their parents in a house in the middle of the woods. It is bright pink. It is a bright pink house with lots of windows. The house has 3 rooms, one for Rosie, one for Danny, and another for their parents. The whole house is covered with pictures of the two kids. They have a very big backyard. On May 1st, the two kids were playing in the yard since it was a sunny day. There was no clouds in sight. The yard has a big rose garden, a pool, and a playground area. There was plenty of space to fit 3 big trailer trucks in there. Danny was pushing Rosie in the swing set when Rosie flew off. Rosie let out a big scream. Danny ran to pick her up and saw that her tooth wasn't completely in her mouth anymore. Rosie told her brother that her tooth wasn't feeling comfortable, so Danny took a look and noticed that Rosie's tooth was very loose. Rosie asked him, "What's wrong with my teeth?" Danny responded, "Your tooth is going to fall off." Rosie told him, "Oh no, I'm going to be toothless. I'm scared." He told her, "Danny, don't worry. It's just one tooth. Remember, I am an expert. I already lost 2 teeth." They ran to their parents to let them know about the tooth. Rosie began to cry, and her mom explained to her that it was a natural and it had to happen in order to get adult teeth. Rosie's tooth was really loose. Rosie's dad told her that the tooth had to be taken out, so they tied dental floss to the tooth and tried wiggling it out, but that didn't work. Then they tied the string to the door, and Danny slammed it shut. Poof! The tooth flew and landed right in Dad's hand. Rosie, with a big smile on her face, said, "Oh my goodness, my tooth just flew away." Then the mom came in the room and saw that Rosie's tooth had been pulled out. Mom then said, "Congrats, kiddo, your first baby tooth has fallen out." Tooth Rosie responded, "Thanks, Mommy, and now what am I supposed to do with my tooth? Wait till all my teeth fall out so I can collect them?" Mom said. "No, you silly goose," Rosie asked again. "Then what am I supposed to do with my tooth?" Danny, excited, responded. "You're supposed to put it under your pillow and wait for the tooth fairy to come and collect it." Danny then said, "Exactly, darling, but you have to be in bed and asleep so the tooth fairy can leave you a little surprise." Rosie asked, "What is my surprise going to be?" Mom responded, "The tooth fairy comes and collects your tooth, then she will leave money in return for your tooth." Rosie, very excited, said, "No way, that's the coolest thing ever." "Well, it's time for bed, sweetie, and you might want to hurry so the tooth fairy won't miss you," Mom said. Both Danny and Rosie ran to the bathroom to brush their teeth. Danny told Rosie, "Remember to be extra careful so you don't hurt your gums." Rosie then said, "Okay, I'll be extra careful." Rosie was finishing putting on her pajamas when her mom walked in the room to help her put her tooth under the pillow. Mom tucked her into bed and gave her a big kiss on the forehead. Mom said, "Good night, sweetheart." "Sweet dreams, Mommy," Rosie said back to her mom. Rosie closed her eyes, and her mom left the room. Rosie had laid wide awake. Rosie said to herself, "What does the tooth fairy do with all your teeth? Eat them? Dress the teeth up, maybe? She wears that? Put them in her mouth for her teeth? Makes them pearls, maybe? I don't know. Makes them back, something like that." Then Rosie heard the door make a squeaky noise. Rosie peeked from under her blanket and saw a little sparkly fairy coming into her room. Rosie quickly closed her eyes and laid still. The tooth fairy made her way to her pillow and placed her tooth in a little backpack. The fairy pulled out her magic wand and poof, a $20 bill appeared on top of her pillow right next to Daisy's head. As the fairy was leaving, Rosie snuck out of bed and started to follow the fairy. The fairy reached the front door and pulled out her magic wand once again. Rosie said, "Wait, Tooth Fairy, don't leave yet." The Tooth Fairy let out a little scream. "Oh, dear child, you frightened me," said the Tooth Fairy. Rosie apologized and started to ask, "Why are you taking my tooth? What are you going to use it for? Do you make it tiny and put it in your mouth?" The fairy responded, "No, sweetie. I don't take your teeth for any of those things," Rosie questioned again. "Then what do you need my tooth for?" The fairy said, "Well, I take it to my home, put it in a jar." The fairy paused for a second. Rosie quickly asked again, "I want to know what you do with it." The fairy quickly said, "I leave it in the jar for a week, and then I put some fairy dust over your tooth, and it magically becomes an adult tooth." Rosie, confused, said, "So then you plant it and it becomes a beautiful flower?" "Oh no, sweetheart," the fairy responded. "Then what do you do with it next?" Rosie asked again. "When you're sleeping, little Rosie, I come back and open your mouth." Rosie, concerned, said, "So you crawl inside my mouth?" "No, darling, I use my magic wand and place a tooth gently back in your mouth, so then it can become a permanent tooth for you," the fairy told Daisy. "That is so cool," said Rosie. The fairy responded, "Yes, pretty girl. Now go on to bed before your parents get worried about you," Rosie said. "Thanks, Tooth Fairy. You are the best." "I will be back with your tooth in about a week," said the fairy. Rosalie happily said, "I won't cause you any troubles. When you come back with my tooth, I will make sure I am asleep." The Tooth Fairy said, "Have a good night, little Rosie, and don't forget to always floss and brush your teeth before bed."